Hey everybody, my name is Harutun Haryan. Today on my YouTube channel, we're going to be talking about how to find the volume in a cylinder. Now, as we continue our couple of videos on geometry, we're going to be getting into volume as we just finished up the area section. So volume can be described as how much of something can be filled in a three-dimensional object. So if we have a cylinder, think of it as like a soda can, right? A soda can hold like 6 ounces, 12 ounces of whatever drink is inside. That is what we're trying to find out. How many of something can we fit into this cylinder? And that can be solved via a different variety of methods depending on the shape. So here we have a formula: volume equals pi r squared times the height. And seeing as this is a circular sort of object, we will be using pi because we need to know the radius and the height, and thus making a circle, finding the area of the circle and multiplying it by the height. Now, recall that essentially what this is, as here you can see pi r squared, that is how you find the area of a circle. And you multiply that by the height, which is this number right here, and you get the overall volume of that shape. So let's get started. Let's see what we can do. But before we do that, please take a moment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell on the right, and stay tuned for more videos like these. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so pi r squared, I like to use a little calculator. If you don't have one, you could just substitute 3.14 for pi. But I like to be accurate, so I'm going to use a calculator for this one. So turn on the calculator, and then if you press second and then the arrow above the division sign, you get your pi. Okay, that's how you get your pi symbol. So let's plug in our numbers because this is a formula, so we will need to plug in numbers. So we have pi is just pi. Our radius, which is half of the diameter, is 4 times 4 squared, and then times the height, which is 16. And we're going to multiply that all together. So we know that 4 squared is 16, and then that is being multiplied by 16, and it is being multiplied by pi. So let's do that. Let's put this in our calculator. So we're typing that right now, and you should get an answer of 804.247719.3. That is a mouthful, so we're just going to simplify that by saying 884.242725. 884.25. And that is your answer. Now, if we had some sort of measurement, say this was some centimeters squared or whatever, this would be centimeters cubed. Let's say centimeters cubed because it is the volume. And let's move on to the next example. Okay guys, so we're back, and now we're going to solve the second example. So we have another cylinder, and I left the formula up top. Now let's just figure out what is what and analyze and see how we're going to solve this. So we have a radius of 5, which means we have a diameter of 10, and we have a height of 10. Now we don't really need the diameter, but we do need the radius. And remember that the radius is from the center of the circle to any end or any curve or any point on that circle. Okay, so let's plug in the numbers in our formula, excuse me. So we have V equals, that looks like a check mark. V equals pi r squared. Our radius is 5. Let's just put these in parentheses. Always remember that when you're plugging in numbers in a formula, it is always good to put it in parentheses because it helps you out. I prefer this. I actually recommend this. Okay, so radius 5. That is squared. And our height, which is 10. And now we're going to solve that. Since we have pi, again, I like to use a calculator because I want to be accurate with my math. So I'm just going to type what it is here into our equation. 5 squared is 25, and then 10. And we should get an answer of 785 .398163.4. That is a huge number. Again, let's just round that to the nearest tenth or hundredth or whatever. Just 2 digits over. Usually in the problem, it would say round this to the nearest tenth or round this to the nearest hundredth. And you would do that. But I just like to have 2 digits after. So 785.398. So just 0.40. Okay, so that is, oh, and centimeters. I didn't write centimeters. Centimeters. This is centimeters cubed because it is a 3D object. Okay, let's move on to the next example. Okay, guys, so we're back with our last example, excuse me. And we're just going to do what we did for the past 2 examples. We're just going to plug in our numbers into our formula and get our answer. Now, it is really important to memorize this formula because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get this on your test. They're not going to say the formula for the air volume of a cylinder is V pi r squared times the height. They're not going to put that. You got to know that. That's how they test you. Because anybody can plug in numbers. It's just a matter of remembering the formula, which is important. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to plug in our numbers and see what answer we get. So our V equals pi, or you can use 3.14 if a calculator is not permitted on your test. Our radius is 2 squared, and our height is 15. These are centimeters. Okay, now it's just a matter of solving. Let's use our calculator again to get accurate results. And our answer is, oops, clicked the wrong button there. Of course I did. Pi times 4 times 15 gives us 188.4955592, and we're going to, of course, round that. Or I mean, excuse me, round that. So we should get an answer of 188.50. That is your answer. Oh, centimeters cubed. Always remember that, because if you don't put that, they're not even going to take off half a point. You're going to take the whole point off because you did not specify what form of measurement this is. They could say 188.5. What is that? Is that inches? Is that feet? Is that centimeters but made into inches? What is that, right? So you got to put what it is. So thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Click a like. Give it a like. I think that's the thumbs up. Yeah, it is the thumbs up. If you like the video, subscribe. Please tell your friends about this. And until next time, I'm Harutsun Harian. Keep on learning, kids.